so naive, Roxy. You see the good in everybody, even when it's not there. You're living a fantasy. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England. This is the real world, and you need to wake up! This town isn't big enough for 2 supervillains.
Oh, you're a villain, all right. Just not a super one.
Yeah? What's the difference?
Hey fishermen, Aqua Duelist here, and I know the camera angle is probably a little weird, guys. This is just like a temporary setup I got going on while I'm trying to work on my home. So yeah, rooms are basically getting renovated right now, so yeah, that's where I'm at. But today, guys, I got this just amazing first place and second place Shark KRAGEN control deck. I've taken this to 2 locals, and first time I took it, I got first place. Second time I went, I got second place. My only loss in that second tournament where I got second was to a tier limit Shadal, like 60 card deck. Didn't really have much of a way to outwin to go in game 1, and game 2 just didn't see, you know, my outs and such. Can't remember if I won game 2 or not, if we went to game 3, but yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what happened, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get into this, and I'll be explaining stuff, because this is like a weird list, so yeah. But this is just really good, probably the best way to play the deck. So starting off with starter cards. 3 copies of Buzzsaw Shark, best card, you know, as far as, you know, this goes, I feel. Summon him, target a water monster you control, and then just summon a water monster from, or a fish monster from your deck who's the same level. So summon, target itself, drop a level 4 from deck. Next up, really good starter card, possibly the best starter card. If you open this with Moray of Avarice, you automatically just go plus. It's stupid. 3 copies of Lifeless Leaf Fish. So basically this gets summoned, you Foolish Burial a fish, and then you can banish it from the grave, shuffle 3 fish back in, and draw 1. That comes up here and there, so it's pretty nice. Yeah, I think this might be like the best main deck monster, honestly. Next up is kind of like starter / extender cards. So I'm playing 3 copies of Ice Knight. I dropped Beautiful Princess. That card is just, it's not good anymore. Once we got, what was it, Duelist, I think it was like Duels from the Deep. You know, that the shark support we got in there, with, you know, kind of made other cards better. And I feel like the whole issue, the biggest issue with Beautiful Princess is that she banishes herself. So you're left with no monsters on the field. And basically if they Ash that or Veiler, you know, whatever. Basically if they stop Beautiful Princess, you're kind of fucked. That's just how it is. So I didn't, you know, the thing is with this, so what it does is basically you get an additional normal summon of a water monster, you're locked into water. It gets a boost for each Aqua you control. That's only come up 1 time specifically. I had somebody pop a KRAGEN I had, and I got my 2 spawns, had 2 of these in hand, just dropped them, and proceeded to OTK. So you do have some OTK potential here. But if they, if they Veiler this, I still have a water monster on the field, so all of my extenders can, you know, keep going, because almost all your extenders, you need to have a water monster, which it's the only bad thing. So yeah, this with some of the new cards we got kind of fulfill the role and just do more than what Beautiful Princess does. So that's why I'm not opting to play it. Next up, 3 copies of Lantern Shark. This is your other kind of like starter / extender. So basically this just lets you summon like a level 4, you know, fish from your hand. So yeah. And then the best extender in the deck. Maybe like best card, like second best card, I don't know. Abyss Shark. So basically, if you control the water, you drop this, and you get to add like at level 3, 4, or 5 fish from deck to hand. So yeah, this thing's really freaking good. Basically, just kind of gets you like any fish you want, really. I love it. Stupidly good. So, next up for extenders. Oh, and on Abyss Shark, he can be treated as a level 4 for a number monster. So basically, you drop this, you're gonna use it to make KRAGEN. Next extender we play 3 copies of Silent Angler here. Just kind of like the easiest extender to use, I feel. I don't know. Once you drop it, once you summon him from hand, though, you can't special summon from the hand anymore, so he's always the last one you want to drop. Next up for extenders, I'm playing only 2 copies of Silent Sea Nettles. I hate the fact that it specifically locks you into water, but the recyclability on this is kind of nice. It sucks that you don't get the draw off of it like you do with Lifeless Leaf Fish. And then the thing I like about this is this recycles any 3 waters. With Lifeless Leaf Fish, it's just your fish, so it's kind of weird. You do have a decent amount of recyclability, which I do like. Next up, 1 copy of Right Hand Shark. You mostly are going to summon this off of your, Buzzsaw Shark, or if you open, Lifeless Leaf Fish with Moray of Avarice, you're going to summon Lifeless Leaf Fish, send this, and then you're going to use Moray Avarice to banish the Lifeless Leaf Fish to draw 2. Because you have no monsters on the field, you get to summon this from the grave. So you get to draw 2, and then you still get to keep that body on the field. So all your extenders are alive. It's a really good combo. I love doing. Nobody's actually stopped me from doing that, surprisingly. So yeah. But yeah, so I think just one is fine. I think there's only been maybe 1 or 2 instances where I wish I had 2, because I banished one. I banished off of Desires, but yeah, it's just fine at 1. Another one of extender that we play is Crystal Shark. So if you don't have Moray of Avarice with Lifeless Leaf Fish, this is what you will send to grave. This is what I send to grave. So basically, if this is in the grave or in the hand, you can still do this. You target a monster you control, cuts attack in half, and then special summon it. This has the same clause as Abyss Shark, to where it can be used for as a level 4 for an XD summon of a number monster. So you're going to be using this to make KRAGEN pretty much. The last extender that I play is XYZ Remore. Just 1. We can grab it off of Abyss Shark. There's no need to play more than 1. It's just, especially since we get locked into water a lot more now. You just want 1 for certain situations, for when you're not locked. There's times where I'll grab it off of Abyss Shark and then just hold on to it for next turn, then just go ham and make a bunch of bodies and OTK. That's it for the water monsters. I play 3 copies of Ash because it's the best hand trap. You ain't drawing shit, motherfuckers. That's all I got to say. That's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. 3 copies of White Mirror is just the best spell in the deck. Monster Reborn with Reinforced in the Army. This with Buzzsaw Shark is just, pretty much two toads with I can't think of it. Utopic Draco. So 3 negates right there. The new addition for draw power, 3 copies of Moray of Avarice. This card is stupidly good. I do not regret it. First tournament, I had a game where I had, this and Silent Angler in my hand. And I cleared my opponent's board and my board was empty. So yeah, normal summon the silent angler, banished off of this, drew 2, drew White Mirror, and just I won. Card's really freaking good, and as I explained earlier, the combo you do with Lifeless Leaf Fish, card's just really good. I love it. I'm so happy we got this because I feel like this is something that we kind of needed. We needed a little bit more draw power, especially since Paw Desires here is at 2. I wish this card was at 3. Hopefully next ban list it comes back to 3. If it goes back to 3, I'm going to play 3. That's just how I feel about it. Too good for this deck. Just free draws. You play mostly 3 of everything outside of 3 cards. And if this came back to 3, I would actually drop probably the XC Remora, I think, just because it's one of those situational cards that you just kind of hold on to for next turn. So yeah, I'd probably just cut that for it if this went to 3. Next up for traps, 3 copies of Solemn Strike here. Best strike card, just best card to play, I feel. And then 3 copies of Goes In, because Goes In with KRAGEN is auto game. Your opponent will just scoop because there's nothing they can really do unless they're playing a water deck. So yeah, you just auto win. I love it. Auto win button. So that's it for the main. Going on to the extra, you play two copies of KRAGEN now. You kind of have to because of Abyss Shark and Crystal Shark. Card's really freaking good. Absolutely nutters. People just don't fully know what this card does. So I had a game where I used the effect, my opponent Ghost Ogred it, and then I just got 2 spawns and then just dropped the 2 Ice Knights in hand, just OTK'd. Really freaking good. Just the burn. Oh, and the burn on this, the pop and burn is so nice. I've won so many games in time because of that burn. I love this card, but kind of hate it because it makes me feel like I'm a douchebag for, doing the whole burn in time thing. But, it's just like, it's there. So that's kind of like a win con for going into time. 2 copies of Stealth KRAGEN spawn here. Really freaking good. Just, you play 2 KRAGEN, you play 2 this. That's kind of how it is. You basically have this endless wall of just KRAGENs, basically. It's so dumb. 2 copies of Bahamut Shark. I know in the last build, I was playing 3 and 3 toads, which, speaking of toads, I am playing 2 toads. Considering how this build is, you don't need to play 3, you just play 2. It's not as explosive, and with the last build I did, you could drop easily 3 toads with with Draco, Utopic Draco, but with this, you're playing a little less explosive, more conservative in a sense. So 2 is just the perfect ratio for the Bahamut Toad, package right there. Playing 1 copy of Abyss Dweller because there's games where the no graveyard effects kind of come up, and then there's also times where that 500 attack boost just comes up and is what gives me the game. I'm also playing the Utopic Draco package, so the 1 copy of F-Zero with, Utopic Draco over here, really good. There's times where I'll pretty much make this off of, my KRAGEN spawns, or if I am not locked into water, I do the double toads. I'll, make that with the Bahamuts. next up, I play a small zoo package. For going second, I play Chalkadine with Borbo, specifically to make Zeus. There's also been times where I'll go into the Draco to make Zeus. But yeah, like you kind of want to play these in particular, in case if you lose the dice roll, you go second. You have something. You have a going second play at least. Just that in particular has gotten me so many games. My first was at the tournament I got first place last round. I played ABC Therons, and game 3, like this came up like mid game. It was so that game was so insane. But yeah, Zeus effectively won me that game. And then I basically followed up with the KRAGEN and burned, and we ended up going to time, and I won. The last card that I play in the extra deck is 1 copy of Garuda right here. I haven't really... I've taken him to the tournament where I got second place. I was playing Drill Driver Vespinato, and Drill Driver kind of came up a few times for, XC Remora plays. But I'm seeing how I like this because I am actually side decking Ultimate Slayer, and in the tier limit matchups and such, I would like to have this there as that last card option, just kind of like that option to basically use Ultimate Slayer to get, pretty much get one of the fusions. You guys get the idea, not just tier limits, but shit all Winda, because I hate Winda. So yeah, if you don't want to play that, Drill Driver Respinato is pretty good. Just, it's kind of weird when you play it because, your best cards kind of lock you into water. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind, guys. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just show off my side deck real quick, so you guys can see what I've been playing. So for my side deck, I'm playing 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, really good. 3 copies of Lightning Storm, 3 copies of Ultimate Slayer. I love this card. Second tournament, it came up against a hero player. Just so great. All that time making, spent all that time making that, was it like that new Shining Wingman card, whatever, and I just slapped him with one of these. So yeah. And then 1 Harpy's Feather Duster to, for the back row. For the 15th slot, I ended up putting in 1 copy of Forbidden Droplet. Didn't really know what else to put in, so, I'm basically playing going second cards, so why not? Then I'm playing 3 copies of Evenly Matched, and then the last slot is Red Reboot for the trap decks, because we actually do have quite a bit at my locals. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, guys, that's my side deck. Works really well for me. I think the thing is, if you're going to play this deck, you're going to want to side deck just a bunch of going second cards. I feel like that's just the most effective way to really just side deck with this. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it's been quite some time, guys. Go ahead and harpoon that subscribe button, harpoon that like button, guys. Comment any comments y'all have. Link in the description down below to Instagram if you guys want to follow me on there. Especially since, temporary setup, still working on house and such. I don't really know when I'm going to be able to upload videos. I'm currently not on a set schedule, so that's actually the best way to follow me, even though I'm not posting on there a whole lot right now. Still just the best way. So guys, I will see y'all in the next video.